How many of you are complaining because you've got your big fat bellies and they're overhanging in your jeans and you're going, oh, I don't feel good today? How many of us are doing that? I can tell you, it's no big secret because I know there's times when I do it. I look, oh gosh, I'm all bloated today. Oh gosh. And then when I put my jeans on and then I look to the side of the mirror and I look and I can see my belly and I can see my jeans and then the belly goes here and then the jeans go here and you go, oh, it doesn't quite cover all the roles, like how many of us do that? We're all to blame for that. Every one of us, and we look in the mirror or we look in the side of the mirror or we look back in the mirror so that we, can't see it all. That's us. That's what we do. It's how we hide our health behind our clothes or anything like that. There's lots of us that do that. And as I said, I'm one of them. I'm so one of them. It took me a while to work out that I needed to look after my health. My kidneys were failing. My life was upside down. There was lots of things going on in my world. And then I came across this FAT program, and from there we've developed it, and it's grown, and it's been up and down and changed, and it's done a whole heap of different things. But it's been that one constant in my life that's made me realize that I need to look after my health. And the one constant for me is, why do I need to look after my health? Basically, for me, I wanted to be here for my grandkids. I wanted to see my little ones. I want to see them get married, or I want to see them grow up to adults. I want to be in their life. I want to be in their life. My mother died at 62. My father died at 62. Everyone around me died early. So, I knew that longevity wasn't in my family. But I wanted to make a difference in my life. I've got a choice. I can either go out and I can drink lots of alcohol, I can smoke cigarettes, I can go down that tube and not look after me, and I know what's going to happen, I'll die at 62. Or I can say to myself, no, Terry, no. Like change the dynamics of your family, change the dynamics and start to say, look, not everyone has to be unhealthy, not every one of us has to die early. Every one of us has a choice. We all have the choices. So I decided to choose. I chose me to be healthy, because I'd been going down that gurgler. Not smoking or drinking, but I'd been going down the gurgler of being unhealthy. Coke was my addiction. Bread was my addiction. Lollies were my addiction. Biscuits were my addiction. Anything sweet that was come anywhere near me was my addiction. All those things were my addiction. But I decided to change the game and say, no, Terry, no. And put the barrier up and go, no, stop doing all this, because you're going to end up in a blooming hole like your mother. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I wanted to change. And it was really important for me that when I decided to build a weight loss program, that I built a weight loss program for everyone, and that I chose a weight loss program that was affordable for everybody, and that women could stand up and go, I can have a choice. I can choose. I can either choose to eat pasta or I can choose to eat protein. I can choose to cook family meals because I know that they're cheap. But if I learn how to eat protein and I learn how to eat veggies just as well, I can still make cheaper meals for my kids and my family. And remember that our lives, the women in this world, we are the ones that decide how our families will live, and what we can feed them, because it's our choice. We're the ones that are cooking. We're the ones that are in the kitchen. We're the ones that are making lunch boxes. We're the ones that are teaching our next generation what we should be eating and how we should be eating it. My FAT program was designed, 13 years ago, and it's changed over the years, and it's had a gradual change, and it's, developed, and, there's hundreds of thousands of people have done it now. Hundreds of thousands. And there's people all over the world that are doing it. Crazy to me, because when I go to another country that I don't even know, and these people are coming up to me and telling me about the FAT program or what they lost or how it works, and they don't even really understand who I am. And yet they're here in my life and they are telling me about how amazing this FAT program is, or they're so proud of it. That's the other thing that gets me. I have a chuckle every time that happens to me. People come up to me and they go, do you know that we're doing the FAT program and we're so proud of it, or we sell the FAT program and we're so proud of it. And I'm just so proud, because I go, wow, I'm so happy that you are doing this. But they take it on as their own. And I'm just going, wow, it's so cool. It's so cool for me to sit here and watch it. Like I don't know whether people really understand what it's like for me when I see people in other countries talk about something that I developed in a backyard on a farm when I was fat and sad and lonely and I didn't have anything. And now I see it all over the world. And like, for me, it's like, wow, I don't even know. God blessed me with something huge. And I always say that it's a gift. Fat is a gift. It's something that will change your life. It's something that will make a difference to your life. And it'll make a difference to your family, and in so many ways, like in so many ways, whether you are just talking about, I need to change my life because I need to get healthy and all my kids need to get healthy and they need to see mum and dad healthy so that we can educate them. Because remember, it's the next generation that are coming through what we're going to be teaching them. Do you know, like in my generation, my parents smoked cigarettes, right? We never had seatbelts. We only all sat in the back of the car and they drank beer out of bottles, big brown bottles, And then they would once they finished the brown bottles, they would throw them out the window and try and hit those posts on the side of the road as they were driving in the car at 100 miles an hour. That was my family. That was normal. It was normal. All the friends did it. They all did it. Like that was normal. My parents all smoked in the car. Like that was normal. And like every kid did the same thing. We all had our parents and they all smoked cigarettes and they were all drinking and it was normal. But what it's not normal is today, because we know how dangerous that is. We know that we're going to make our kids sick if we do that. We know that we shouldn't be drinking beer out of brown bottles. And we know that we shouldn't be littering. And we know that we should be having car seats and seat belts for our kids. We know those things now. But in my day, it didn't happen that way. So we're teaching our kids today to be healthy. We're teaching our kids today to eat healthy, to know about the food groups, to know about what's good, what protein is, what is a carbohydrate, what is sugar, what danger is sugar. We are teaching our kids today these things. Most of my grandkids today wouldn't even know what a can of Coke is or a soda drink is. They don't know because their parents have started to instill in them that this is not good for you. They've been teaching them from a long time ago. In my day, it was like, go and get a can of Coke, go and do this, go and do that. Like, no, it's changed. So can you imagine what it's going to be like when you are going to be grandparents, and then these next kids are going to come into the world, and I wonder what they're going to be teaching their kids. They're going to know all about the gut and the brain axis. They're going to know about how the gut works. They're going to know what to put in their body to make it work. They're going to know all these things. And what a great opportunity it is for these kids. What a great opportunity. Unless the whole world goes sideways and does a backflip. But at this point in time, all we're doing is putting health first. And that for me is got to be one of our best assets. Like you'd rather be healthy than to be going to the doctors every day. I can't even tell you, every time I go to the doctor, it's like, we go and have a bit of a chit chat and he goes, hi Terry, how are you? And I go, I'm good, and he goes, what are you here for? And I went, well, I haven't had a pap smear for a while, we better do one of them. And even that changed the other day. You know how you go for a pap smear? Like, I've been dreading this thing. I've been dreading it. Oh, I'm really off subject now. But I've been dreading going for a pap smear. Dreading it. Because I've been thinking, I really like my doctor. I know my doctor really well. And like the thought of having a pap smear with him was like, oh, do I have to? Anyway, so he goes, okay, Terry, we can do a pap smear. I said, good. Hey, Peter and Tom. We can do a pap smear. And I went, oh, okay. So he gives me the bottle and then he gives me a stick and he goes, right, here we go, Terry, you go and do it now. And I go, I do it now. And he goes, yeah, all you got to do is insert it and give it a swirl and then put it back in the bottle. That's a pap smear. He goes, yeah, we can sort it all out now that way. I was like sweating. I was sweating because I thought, oh, gosh, I've got to do this thing in front of my doctor. I'm feeling bad. No, it was so easy. It was so easy. And, look how far we have come. Look how far we've come with that. Medicine is just, it's working for us now. And, the healthier that we are by keeping our health and looking after ourselves, the easier it is for our doctors. We don't have to have all these sets of pills and drugs and all the stuff that they give us. We don't need it. We don't need it. What we can do is look after our diet, look after our health through our food. And if you've heard all these people talking about it for years and years and years, and some of us listened and some of us didn't, and some of us still going down the track. But all I'm saying to you guys is if you're going down the track, you don't have to. You can actually flip it around and change it. And you can change your life quite quickly. It doesn't have to be a bad way. All you've got to do is change your diet. You've got to change what you're putting in your mouth and what's coming out of your mouth. And you've got to put it in and just go, okay, I know that I'm eating for me. I know that I'm eating because I want to live. I choose to live. That's a really big deal. I choose to live. I chose to live some time ago now. I was fat and sad and lonely. Didn't have anything going on. And then I thought, you know what, Terry, you're going to go down the gurgler and this could be your life. This could be your life forever. Or you could get yourself out of this mess that you're in and go and lose some weight, change your life, change your thinking, and do something good in the world. It's exactly what I did. That's exactly what I did. I decided to wake up one day. I did the weight loss program. I lost 17 kilos. I then did, I liked what I was doing. And then I shared it. And then I built a business around it. And today I travel the world because of it. It's a bit of a radical move, isn't it? A bit of a radical change in your life. It's massive change. It's massive. But it's a beautiful change. It's a beautiful change. And compared to the life that I had to the life that I live today is so different. So different. All because I decided to look after me first. All because I decided to look after me first. And you know what? My kidneys are good now. I don't have a problem with my kidneys. I don't have a problem with my back. I don't have a problem with anything now. And, my pap smear is all good. So I'm sweet. But your life can be the same. Your life can be the same, but it's your choice. It really is your choice. The FAT program is here to help you. It's here to guide you. It's here to build with you. It's here to change your life forever. But you've got to reach out to someone, somewhere, because there's a mentor everywhere. I've got mentors everywhere, all over the world. So wherever you are, you just have to reach out and someone will connect with you. And if you can't find someone, send me a message and I'll connect the dots. But there's people out there that are wanting to help you. We're all here to help you. So if you're feeling a bit sluggish, if your jeans are hanging over under the belly, which, as I said, that's where mine were, they don't have to be. And I know that you know, I know that you know. You know that I know. We all know that we all know, but we don't talk about it, but we know, You don't have to be the one that stands behind everybody in a photograph anymore. You can stand at the front of your photo and get your photo taken with your kids. You don't have to be the one that turns the light off before you get to bed. You don't have to be the one that says, oh, Grandma can't run with your kids and play in the park. You don't have to be the one that feels embarrassed. You don't have to be that one anymore. And some of you are good with it. Some of you, that's fine for you. But ask yourself, are you choosing to live? Are you choosing to live? Because if you're not choosing to live, and you're saying, oh, look, it's okay because I'm 50 and I'm only going to expect the next 20 years. But you're better than that. You're better than that. I went to a funeral the other day and she was 99. She was going to be 100 on the 2nd of November. She missed by this much. And a little great-grandchild said, if we don't tell the king, will he still send the letter? We just won't tell them. Imagine you living to 99. You can do that. You can do that. We can all do that. It's our choice. It's our choice. Lots of love, everyone. Lots of love. Stay strong, stay healthy, and stay wise. Wise. Let's be wise. Lots of love to you.